morning, everyone. Today, we are going to discuss the qualities that a person should have to become a good friend. The qualities given are supportive, honest, compatible, encouraging, and understanding. At the end of our discussion, we need to decide which quality is most valuable. So, I would like to invite Tian to begin the first point.
Uh, Thank you, Nafa. In my opinion, honesty is one of the most important quality of a good friends. A friendship without honesty cannot last for a long time because trust is the foundation of every relationship. When we talk about honesty, it's not about telling the truth. It's also about protecting your friend's feeling and respecting their privacy. For example, when I in a bad mood, bad emotion, and I share something personal, a good friend should be honest enough to keep it private. They shouldn't gossip behind my back or tell others about my problem. Instead, they should help me to deal with the emotion problem and give me comfort. That kind of honesty makes me feel safe and respected. Another example is when we perform badly in a presentation, I would readily have a friend who tells me my weakness politely instead of pretending everything was perfect. That honesty helps me to improve myself. Similarly, in daily life, if I accidentally left my wallet behind, an honest friend would immediately return it instead of keeping the money. Honesty also plays a role in solving misunderstanding. If there's a conflict, an honest friend will talk openly and clear things up instead of keeping silent or spreading rumors. This kind of honesty strengthens the bond because it shows care and respect. However, honesty should always be expressed respectfully. We should be truthful without hurting someone's feeling. Sometimes, honesty means being gentle and supportive while still being real. So for me, honesty is not just about speaking the truth. It's about building trust, protecting secret, showing respect, and supporting each other emotionally. That's why I believe honesty is one of the most valuable quality of a good friend. Thank you.
Thank you, Chan. I completely agree with your opinion that honesty is one of the most important qualities of a good friend because trust is the foundation of every strong friendship. Without honesty, it is difficult to build a lasting relationship. Besides, honesty, I believe compatibility is another important quality because it helps friends understand each other better and build stronger relationships. In my opinion, compatibility means having similar values, interests, or personalities that make it easier for friends to communicate and enjoying spending time together. When friends have a common interest, they usually feel more comfortable sharing their thoughts and supporting one another. For example, classmates who enjoy studying together often motivate each other to stay focused and achieve better results during examination. Likewise, friends who share hobbies such as playing football, hiking, or traveling can strengthen their friendship by spending quality time together. However, I don't think friends need to have exactly the same personalities and interests. People with a different characteristic can also become close friends as long as they respect, accept, and appreciate each other differences. For instance, an outgoing person and a quiet person may complement each other because each brings a different strength of their friendship. Therefore, I believe compatibility helps people build friendship more easily, but mutual respect and acceptance are what keep those friendships strong in the long run. Now, I'd like to pass the discussion to Fadila to share her opinion on encouraging. Thank you.
Thank you, Umam. I actually completely agree with your elaborate of your point that is respect is important even though we know all of our friends have different personalities with each other. But in my opinion, I believe being encouraging friends is another valuable quality of a good friend. As the saying goes, a friend in need is a friend indeed. And encouraging friends actually is someone who lift us up and push us to do better instead of dragging us down and making us feel small. Why I think it's important for us to have encouraging friends? Because as we know, our life is full of obstacles. The path that we choose is rough and not smooth. So sometimes we will feel nervous, stressed, or even want to give up on the dreams that we dream on. At those moments, actually, I think what we want is someone who actually believes us, even though we don't believe in ourselves. That's what encouraging friends to do. Does. There are also a saying said, word can heal and word also can wound. So choosing encouraging word actually really matter because this remind us that our word actually have power, as implied to have encouraging friends that choose words that heal and build confidence in order to bring out our better version. Act- Other than that, there are also a lot of examples in our real life, which after we facing failure, encouraging friends, they will not criticize us, but they will motivate and taught us to do better next time. This actually helped us to see failure as a lesson and not the end of our dream. Other than that, we also can saw encouraging friends in our study when we facing exam season. They are not actually they are will practice with us and give some encouraging friends, and it will help us to reduce our stress and give us more confidence. But however, I believe encouragement is alone is not enough. If friends only give me some motivate things that encourage myself and never tell the truths, actually we will keep making the same mistake. For example, if I did badly in my presentation and my friends simply said that I do great even though I do not do great, it's making me doesn't grow up as the person that I want to be. As we know, honest is the best policy. So the best encouragement is honest plus supportive. It's bring the truth delivered in the kind and motivating way. That's why I feel encouragement is a valuable quality that we need in a good friends because it gives us courage to try, to fail, and to try again without fear. There are not people behind ourselves. It's because a true friends walk in when the rest of the world walk out. So that's all from me. I would like to invite Aini to share her opinion on understanding or anyone who want to oppose my point.
Uh, I want to oppose Fadila points. Thank you, Fadila. I really like your point about encouragement. A friend who can motivate us can make a differences, especially when we feel nervous or stressed. I also agree with you that encouragement should be balanced with honesty. If a friend only encourage but never tells the truth, we might repeat mistake. That's why I feel honesty makes encouragement more meaningful because when someone encourages us honestly, we know they truly care about our success. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Fadila and also Tian, who tried to oppose Fadila points about encouragement. I really like everyone's opinions. But before I share my opinion, I would like to respond to Umam's idea about compatibility. While I understand why compatibility is considered important, I would like to respectfully oppose that point because, in my opinion, good friends do not have to share the same interests, hobby, or even personality to build a strong friendship. For example, maybe one of your friends may love playing sport, or the other one who love to read the books. They may have different lifestyle, but they can still become a close friends if they respect and accept each other differences. So for another example is in our university life, we often work with classmates from different backgrounds and also culture. Even though we have different opinions and ways of doing things, we can still build meaningful friendship through good communication and mutual respect. Therefore, Instead of focusing on compatibility, I believe the better solution is to practice this understanding. When we try to understand each other's feelings, situation, and also opinion, we can overcome differences and avoid any of unnecessary misunderstanding, which is allow friendship to grow stronger and even when people are not completely compatible. So moving on, I want to share about my point that I believe understanding is one of the most essential what we call it qualities of the good friend. An understanding friend listen without judging and try to see things from another person's perspective. This quality help us feel accept, respect, and also emotional support. For instance, if my friend suddenly become quiet or cancel our plan, I shouldn't immediately assume that they are being rude or ignoring me. Instead, I should ask whether they are facing any problems or family problems. Sometimes, people simply need someone who is willing to listen. So another example that I want to share is when a friend cannot contribute equally during a group assignment because they are unwell or dealing with a family responsibility or even do a part-time job. Rather than blaming them immediately, an understanding friend will communicate calmly and offer support while finding the best solution together. So, in conclusion, although compatibility can make friendship more easier, I believe understanding is much more important because it helps us feel accepted, solve conflict peacefully, and build stronger, long-lasting friendship. So now I would like to pass the discussion to Naufal or maybe someone who would like to oppose my idea. Thank you.
I would like to oppose your idea. First of all, thank you, Aini, for your wonderful point. I actually understand your point, but and I agree that understanding is important quality in friendship because everyone wants have a friends who listen and respect their feelings. However, I don't completely agree that understanding alone is enough. Sometimes a friend may understand our situation but don't want to speak up on what we doing wrong or some mistake that we making in our life. It's because they want to care about our feelings. In my opinion, a good friend actually should not just understand our feelings, but they also need to guide us in order to help us to make better decisions. For example, if a friend know me skipping class or just making poor choices, but they just simply understanding my situation and not giving advice. It's actually not enough for me. I would like they giving me some advice politely and encourage me to do the right thing. Overall, I think understanding is definitely an important quality, but it should be combined with another positive qualities to build a strong and lasting friendship. That's all from me.
All right, thank you for everyone for sharing your opinion and idea. First of all, I really like everyone's idea because honesty, compatibility, encouragement, and understanding are all important in a friendship. But for me, I believe being supportive is the most valuable quality because it includes many of the qualities that all of you have mentioned. So first of all, the supportive friends always encourage us to achieve our goals and dreams. They are they believe in our abilities when even when we start to doubt ourselves. For example, if I want to join a public speaking competition, apply for a scholarship or even start a small business online, my friend will motivate me to do my best. They will help me They will give me a word of encouragement, help me prepare, and remind me that I am capable to succeeding. This kind of support gives us more confidence and motivates us to keep improving ourselves. Besides that, I think I think a supportive friend should support whenever we want to do, as long as it is something good, positive, and beneficial. For instance, if I decide to exercise regularly, volunteer in community activities, or study harder to get better grades, my friends should encourage me instead of making fun of me or discouraging me. At the same time, a true friend will also remind us if we make a wrong decision. If I plan to do something harmful or dishonest, such as cheating in exam or getting involved in bad activities, supportive friends will not support that decision. Instead, they will advise me to do the right thing because they genuinely care about my future and well-being. I think this is a true meaning of support. Furthermore, supportive friends are always our side during difficult moments. Everyone experiences failure and challenges in life. For example, if I fail an exam or perform badly in a presentation, a supportive friend will comfort me instead of laughing at me. They will listen to my problems, help me identify my mistakes, and encourage me to work harder for the next opportunity. Because of their encouragement, I will feel less stressed, regain my confidence, and become more determined to success. I also believe that being supportive helps to build trust and strengthen friendships. When we know that someone will always stand by us during both happy and difficult times, we feel we feel safe sharing our thoughts and feelings with them. They creates a strong bond and allow the friendship to last of many years. So to in conclusion, I firmly believe that being supportive is most valuable quality for of a good friend. What do you guys think?
I agree with you, Nafal. At first, I believe honesty was the most important quality. However, after listening to everyone's opinion, I realized that supportiveness allows honesty to be delivered in a caring way. Supportiveness brings together many other qualities, and a supportive friend is naturally honest because they want us to improve. They are they are understanding because they respect our feeling. They encourage us to achieve our goals, and they can still maintain compatibility even if we have different personalities. So, while honesty, compatibility, encouragement, and understanding are all important, we believe supportiveness is the most valuable quality of a good friend. A supportive friend stand by us in both happy and difficult moments, motivate us, listen to us, and accept us for who we are. That's my conclusion. Thank you.
Thank you to Tian and Naufal. I agree with Naufal's opinion. At first, I thought compatibility was the key to a successful friendship because people with similar interests and usually get along more easily. However, after listening to Tian's point about honesty, Fadila's point about encouragement, and Aini's point about understanding, I realized that compatibility alone cannot maintain a friendship. Friends also need to trust one another, motivate each other, and understand each other's feelings. Therefore, I believe supportiveness is the most valuable quality because it brings together all these positive qualities. A supportive friend accepts our differences, encourages us to become better people, tell us the truth when necessary, and stands by us during both good and difficult times. I completely agree that this is the quality we should value the most in a good friend. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for all of your guys' wonderful point. At first, I do believe encouragement and encouraging friends is the most valuable qualities in good friends. But after hearing and comparing all of your guys' point, I do agree with Novel point, which is supportive is the most quality that we need to have in a good friend. This is because encouragement actually part of being supportive. Is a supportive friends motivate us and help us to be stronger whenever we face challenges, which are basically the same things with encouraging friends. So if we have encouraging supportive friends, we should keep them for a long time because it's not easy to find one in our society. And it's because I do believe that the friends who always support us without telling anything, without giving any criticize, It actually brings us space to improve and correcting our mistakes and gradually improve as a person. And that's why I think being supportive is the most important in a good friends because it is inspire us to become better and reach our full potential in our life. That's all from me.
Alright, thank you to everyone. And I also agree with all of you guys' opinion about supportive because a support friend naturally shows understanding and also empathy. They don't only listen to our problems but also help us overcome them. Apart of that, they are always willing to lend a helping hand and remind us that we are not the only one who facing the challenge alone. During the difficult time, they stay by our side instead of leaving us. So moreover, they also celebrate our achievement and encourage us to keep moving forward whenever we have challenges or failures. So in my opinion, this kind of support strengthen the trust and make a friendship more meaningful and long lasting. Therefore, I believe being supportive is the most valuable quality because it brings together the understanding, encouragement, honesty, and compatibility in a friendship. Thank you.
Alright. Thank you everyone for your thoughtful opinions. To conclude to conclude our discussion, we believe that although honesty, compatibility, encouragement, and understanding are all important qualities. Being supportive is the most valuable qualities of a good friend because a supportive friend stands by us in both happy and difficult moments. They encourage us, understand our feelings, tell us the truth when necessary, and accept us for who are we. So, our decision is the most valuable qualities of the good friend uh, is supportive. So that's all from our groups. Thank you.